Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? It is Friday. Ooh. Friday. Hello, good guts, welcome in. How's it going? I've been doing well. Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. The song of a generation. just straight up, the song of a generation. I'll be doing well. It's a really, relatively decent Friday. People were happy with my upgrades from yesterday when I showed them my work, so that's good. Like, oh yeah, the optimizations were good. Like, okay, cool. I wasn't questioning whether optimizations were good, but it's good for people. It's good to get recognition. Still feels good in that regard. And I finished up a little test thing for Sunday. A little test project thing. I'll show in a little bit as a little demo for Sunday's video. I already posted about it on the social medias. I wish there was a way of just posting in one spot and then it would just automatically propagate to everything. If anyone ever made a website like that somehow, man, it would be so good. So I wouldn't have to open like 3 places, and then I wish you can just upload videos to YouTube. In terms of like posts, and just upload a file instead of having to upload a video to YouTube and link that video. And I'm like, I can't be bothered. YouTube gets pictures only then. Like, I can't be bothered. I'm too lazy. Because then you need to upload it, wait for it to process, and then attach the too much work. YouTube gets pictures. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's already Friday. I think yesterday kind of threw things off for me, because yesterday was a really relaxing day. And so it's like, oh yeah, today's Friday. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Yesterday was a holiday where you are. Yesterday was a holiday in the US as well. This Friday feels like Saturday. Yeah, I don't have that feeling because I had to work. I worked. I didn't say I worked hard, but I worked. I got shit done. Just all that matters in the end. But yeah, day off is good. Hello, Polly. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. A Christian oh yeah, in America it was Juneteenth. A holiday just they shoved in the middle of June because they're like, we need another holiday. It's called Juneteenth, the worst name for a holiday in the world. I don't get it. I don't know why. At least you worked. I mean, yes. In that sense, yeah. That is all. I know. The name is terrible. I agree. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. Shall I show you guys a little snippet of the weekend's tutorial, essentially? Snippet. If you haven't seen it yet. If I hit, hey, Blue Sticker, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. If I hit simulate, what? Hold on. Did I not? Oh, there we go. So it spawns if the bottom number there is greater than 55. If it was 52, 39, 68, basically it doesn't spawn unless it's over 55. And then it'll completely trying a new seed until it finds a solution. So there you go. It's a bunch of failures until the last one, which is succeed. And the main thing is it's getting the variables from the PCG graph back to the blueprint that spawned it, does a check on there, and then it tells it to either stop and regenerate or continue. And that's how you get this. This has more than 55 cubes here. And for the test, all I'm doing is just giving every point a 50% chance of appearing. So if it's above average, basically, then we only take those cases. 56 here. 57. But 49, bunch of tests until we got to one that was successful. But the main thing is basically it'll show off two things. One being, how do you check variables in your graph? And two, it'll show how to then use those variables to maybe regenerate the PCG graph, basically, and change the seed maybe. If you want to do something like tests that you need certain conditions to be met in certain places, and if it doesn't work for the seed, you want to maybe regenerate it, you can do all those checks and tests and all that. So that's the tutorial. We'll see if it does well or if people are interested. You straight up sat in your ass watching YouTube and effectively accomplishing nothing? I mean, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. As long as the YouTube channel you're watching was mine, I see no problems. In fact, you should just watch it on loop. Just on multiple, in multiple areas too. Should pull it up, you know, maybe multiple computers, play on loop. But that's pretty much all that happened for me. Now we get to do some AI. Also, as you can see, I've left the chat the way it was from last night. For shits and giggles. Because why not? Seems like a fun little setup for now. But today we're working with this. We gotta set you up to work properly. Oh God. So, yeah. We'll see. We'll tweak this. You know, obviously shooting not the right projectile and all that. I don't like that. And shooting a lot. And let's work on him. Let's work on him. We'll probably just close other tabs. Let's start with define cover. To enable the state, we should be going to define cover group. When condition is player is When the distance this player is less than find cover distance. Find cover distance is 700. Ah, okay. So the reason this is so why wasn't this a problem before? What is happening? Why is he going to me? What? Why he do that? Debugger. The hell is he doing? Stop. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, it goes to cover. Could not trigger completion transition, jumping back to root state. Why? Okay, so what to find cover group? It checks if it has tag. Can attack left click? Wait, what? This is fine. Wait, why is find cover? Wait. No, find cover is this. Why was I seeing? Why do I have a dash towards player here? Why do I have a dash towards player on the find cover group? What? Delete. Well, that might cause some problems. Oh, look at that. He flew away like he should. What's going on right now? Okay, what's happening? There was a distance there when he was like spazzing a little bit. Okay, I think we're okay. Right there. What is happening there? What was happening right here? Right here. Right here. What are we? What's going on? Try active, stop active movement. Why was it going there? Then it was going to chase. But this should not have any like checks of any kind. Set movement speed. Yeah, parameter weight. Oh, that's fine. Oh, what I can do is now. I don't need the stop active movement actually with a new setup. Because here I can just add a... Oh, right. This is a linked asset, so I can't add a task to it. Oh, it's on... Why is this on tick? On tick... Oh, there's the problem. If the... player distance is greater than 2,000. Oh, okay, there's the problem. The idle range is 3,000. I need to set it up a little bit differently, but that should help. Hey, Jonathan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Good night of coding. Trying to paint landscape by PCG on your end? Like paint as in color? Like texture? Because I mean, I guess if you set up a material, they can read something from the world. Paint layers like grass or mud. How do you modify paint layers with anything besides like paint? You've because that okay, you have no idea. Okay, because I'm like, I don't think that's possible. As far as I know, you can't do that. Because you can't modify the landscape at runtime. Like, you can't modify the geo at runtime, the landscape geo at runtime, and you can't, as far as I know, you can't paint it unless you just do a material, and then you can modify the material at runtime. Yeah. Don't get me started on your own master landscape material. Why not? Okay, why did it try to go? Oh, I see what's going on. So its fine cover range is too small because it's 700. And that's smaller than the range of him, like his combat stuff. Hey, Thomas, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Maybe you're being delusional. Study more. Thank you very much. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, as far as I know, you can't do what you want to do. If you find a way to do it, that'd be very impressive. But I mean, as far as I know, you can't. But that doesn't mean it's actually impossible. You're having issues? Been learning via Unreality Byte series of tutorials? It's okay. Nice. You have actual height adjustments for when texture's cut off. Actual height adjustments for when texture... Nope, don't follow it. No idea what you mean by that. What do you mean when texture's cut off? Right now, they're all based on slopes. Yeah. A lot of times what you do is you set up a base slope one that's just automatic to get you the slope, and you have your base one of like that base slope one, and then you can paint the rest. Or you bring in your own texture from somewhere else, and you just, you know, use that texture. That's good to hear, Thomas. Glad to hear that. So the problem here is the combat range is 1250. Fine cover distance is 700. If I change this fine cover distance to 500, that should be a little better. Also, the combat movement needs to have no random locations, because the random location is moving it into range potentially of the fine cover distance. Maybe 600. Let's try this one. So like everything basically flat, say 15 degrees. The landscape material has 7 layers and you want 9? Yeah, just add 2 more. Yeah, you should be able to add landscape layers, no problem. I almost feel like I want him shooting from further away. I'll be honest. She's idle range to like 4,000. And then it was here, right? No, not combat range. It was the find cover group. No. Where was it that I was? You. Out range. You need them to do some things. For example, the first 2 only be basically a sand and coral texture. Yeah, but you just set that up to be a sand and coral texture. Yeah, but the sand needs to rail off, say only 10 to 15 meters above the ocean waterline. So you just make a mask in the material that does that. Right? You could just have it. You should be able to use a world position mask and just mask it above a certain height, and then you have that happening only at certain heights or only within a certain heights or whatever it is. Yeah, you could do all that in the material. Yeah, if you just search on YouTube UE5 world position, not world position, world height mask or something. Yeah, I mean, it's the first one already looks like a world height mask specifically for landscapes. Yeah, first one. Just gotta search on YouTube and you'll get it, and you get other ones. There's a bunch more for Gaia, for other stuff. Yeah. That's all good, Polly. Yeah, the what I recommend always for people that are like struggling to like figure out how they're supposed to tackle something is break it down. Write down what you want to do. Right? Let's say you want to texture a mountain. Okay, well, what does that entail? Break it up. Okay, well, it involves snowy peaks. Okay, and then the rest, right? And then snowy peaks. Well, what do you want for the snowy peaks? Well, I want them to be above a certain height in the world. Okay, and you also want them to be a different material. Okay, so then how do you do different materials in landscapes? And then how do you do like a height-based material now, right? Because you've now broken it up. You now know you want it above a certain height. So you can just go and Google or YouTube or whatever and be like, material above certain height, right? Or multiple materials, or like, you know, or multiple textures on material, right? You just search it by breaking it down further and further until you know what you're trying to do. And when you get to those bottom ones that are like the basics, you'll find the tutorials. You're not going to find a tutorial that's be like, here's how you make a mountain with snowy peaks, and here's the step-by-step guide, right? You're not going to find that, but you're going to find all the individual pieces that you need to make the mountain with snowy peaks. So write it down, break it up until you understand all the steps. And once you understand all the steps, it'll also be a lot simpler and just in general. Let's move you somewhere else so you don't run away right away. I'm sorry, was I in... Okay, good. You're attacking me from out of range. It's good for me. I'm going to need to change the combat movement range. Yeah, this needs to change to, let's say, 1300. I think that distance is better. I think that's better distance for him. I want to be able to control how many I think I want to be able to control how many points are in that circle. Okay, what the chance of attacking that often is not that high, I'll be honest. And you're doing a good job with that. What I want to do is wait duration, bunny hop. Oh, EQS circle point count. Instead of 10, because it is a very wide circle, I might do like 20, which will make it so it will not go as far like around me. I can find one spot, and once it goes to another spot, it won't be as far. Okay, a couple of things we need to change. First of all, that dash
ads are here.
Distance.
Pausing for ads.
Way too high. The dash distance way too high. It's okay. We make good. I was gonna say moth. It's not a moth. Wasp. It's more of a wasp. No, not wasp. Mosquito. It's an insect. It's an insect of some kind. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. We're gonna make it great and powerful. And it'll kill us. I think the problem also is we should expose. Where's the EQS? Get strafe location. I think I need to expose the max distance. Because it is The max is the movement range. Yeah, this is the max distance I should just manually control. Because effectively it's too high. If I divide it by 2, would it be fine? Would it break things? Move. Move. Stop shooting me and move. Okay, what the hell was that? That dash should not have been like that. Okay, I think the divide by 2 is a problem. Okay. There's a way of seeing the EQS, isn't there? I forget what the key is. U. And then what do I press? I always forget. 4? 4. Why is it winning on that one? Is it because of the minimum distance? Well, no, minimum distance is like 50 or something. I can try doing promoting this parameter. EQS check. And we'll change it. We'll keep it on best 25%. But here we can change it to best 5%. Let's see if that helps. Come back here. Hey, you found a spot. You find. Come back. Okay, I think the dash is chase player dash. Oh yeah, dash distance here is 500. That should be 200 at max. Next feasibility question, using PCG, can you place textures around other PCG spawned actors, like trees? I mean, can you place textures? You can place decals. Yes. Absolutely. Why am I not getting... Where's all his information? Oh, there we go. Again, why is it failing those? Why is it failing the ones closer to it? Circle radius, number of points, 360. Discard unreachable. Scoring factor, equation linear. Is it supposed to be backwards? Is this backwards? Is it supposed to be this way? Like start at 1 and then go down? But no, it says min and max. Spawn trees in PCG, but then placing immediately around it for, say, fallen leaves. You can just do that all with PCG, yep. Yeah, you just either place, cards with leaf textures on them, or you can just put decals, depending on what you want to do. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can do that. Then the problem is the max distance one. The problem is the max distance. If I remove binding here, and then kernel is a parameter, EQS max distance. We'll change the max distance here to like 5. We'll keep it at 5,000. I don't want to break everything else. And then let's change this here to 1,000. Let's see how this works. Come back here. Okay, that's less distance. We could probably go even smaller. I think we need to remove the dashes though on this guy. The dashes don't work. Let's make the EQS distance like 750. And then let's make no dashes. Because the dashes just don't look right. The bunny hop stuff we can reset. Dash weight 0. We only strafe, which means only fly around. Come to me. It's skipping every other, so maybe I just go back to having 10 points in the circle. It's cheaper computation. What's up, good guts? Why are you hunting? Yeah, then it at least makes more sense in this regard. Hey Kev, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Okay, what if we did 20 and then best 25%? I just want him to go to one next to him at some point. But I guess that is not within 25%. If I did all matching. See, I don't understand why the ones right next to him aren't as good as the ones slightly further away. He keeps going like to one, like two away. Effectively. What if I, just for shits and giggles, just swap these around? I'm gonna make max distance the min distance, and min distance the max distance. What happens to the points then? Is it gonna work? No, it's just not gonna work then. Okay, fair enough. I had to check. So if I only have a max distance and I don't have a minimum distance, come back here, jerk. So he's here. Yeah, he skips this one. Right, he skips one. Why is the one two away always the one that's best? Like, scoring factor. If I did like 10 scoring factor, just for shits, we're just learning here at this point. It's good, you know, learning is good. That's 4 times, but that's not going to change anything because the problem is this distance thing. And if I made it 0.1. Again, it doesn't matter because it is pretty much the only distance thing. Is it the minimum distance? Is that the problem? But it's 5. It's way too small for it to be a problem. Why are you like this? Yeah, it goes past. Why was that 1.4? I wish I knew EQS better to understand what the problem is. I mean, I can change the max distance to something lower, right? And now it's going to that one because by distance, now it'll only go to one next to it. So I guess I can just control it through max distance, but I don't understand why the max distance, he just always goes max distance, basically. Hello, Cyclocust. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Think you've seen pretty much every day since I found me. I mean, I stream Monday through Friday. I don't stream weekends these days. Why is chat speaking cat girl? What do you mean? Why are you speaking cat girl? This is clearly you. There's your name over there. This is clearly you. Why are you speaking cat girl? I didn't do anything. You mean you didn't say that exactly? You're right, you're fluent in 2 languages. Why are you messing with the text inputs? What do you mean? No. That is clearly what you just said. Hello, Zebra. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's extra amusing when people actually write in cat girl speech, and then you can't tell which part is the original and which part is the modification. Okay, well, we have this guy now working a little bit better. He's moving far less in terms of, but he's shooting way too much. Let's calm him down on the shooting front, shall we? He's a little too happy to be shooting. Evolving chat. Here's a wrong plausible guess for your AI issue. The issue is that you're using floats to determine the distance, but it is converted into an int and then rounds up. I would agree with you if the numbers weren't in the hundreds or thousands of distance. The decimal points don't matter. But it was not a bad idea. You've never seen that before? Actually hilarious. Oh, you're talking about the chat? I can put it back. I'm thinking over the weekend I'll make this a Twitch channel point redeem for like 500 points for like 5 minutes of this kind of chat. But I figure for today, maybe I'll keep it for now because it's just funny. That's putty cat. Nah, that's cool. I imagine for like it's funny, but also if you're trying to read the other platforms chat, it becomes less coherent if you're trying to see what people are talking about. But I mean, you get the general idea, right? It's not like it becomes unintelligible. Look, if you guys like it, I'll keep it around for a while longer. Watching the VODs and you're gonna be confused. That'll be fine. I want to know what the logic is that it's doing. Because I don't know what it's doing under the hood to, like, how does it change cool to coo with a W, right? I don't know. Maybe it just has like some words that it's like, oh yeah. If it's doing it, then like change the word "the" to like "fee," right? Occasionally throw like an "oo" in there. I don't know the logic. I didn't make the thing. I just use it. Okay, let's see if the attack cycle is gonna be better. Okay, attack once, move, attack, move. Okay, moved once, move twice, 3 times. Okay, now let's try 5 moves. Attack. Can 1,000 channel points get you text-to-speech cat girl messages? I mean, I already have a TTS channel point redeem, Zebra. You can already use channel points to do TTS. If you want to put cat speech in there, you can get cat speech in there. That's entirely on you whether or not you want to use it for cat girl speech. In the old days, it would be a lookup table. Today, it would be an API call to ChatGPT. But cat girl, you could type in cat girl speech. What do you mean? Well, I don't know if this is like ChatGPT or like just some functions that are like, find this word, replace, you know, non-smart AI version. Because I don't use AI, I don't use ChatGPT for this. Or any kind of AI. Is it just part of the program that you used to come by chance? Yeah. Yep. It's the only thing under the very important stuff category. This is the name of the mode. It's the only thing under very important stuff. Meow. Good stuff. Yeah, I think I want to make him a little more aggressive again. You agree with the categories? Yeah. I think the distance actually is good. It's just at the range. Although he attacks twice there. Like, he does occasionally attack twice. Maybe the attack timing is fine. He moved and attacks. Moved, attacks. Attacks. Okay. He's attacking quite a lot there. 4 moves, 5 moves, attacks, attacks. I think it's fine. We'll leave it as is. And don't worry, don't. I'm not using AI. I'm making AI. It's different. Hey, Jill, welcome in. You trying to get banned? Okay, we'll leave that as is. It was going fine until you reminded me. I genuinely went to sleep having anxiety because of that. Just so you know. Not the fact that Y is going to be up, but because things might be breaking for everyone. And that's not, by the way, that's not including what is all the assets on Fab and every other marketplace going to happen. Because everyone's been making assets for X forward. And if when you change things around, like if you export out of Maya, it's X forward, not Z forward, to get into Unreal correct. So that means if they swap it to the Maya one, it's gonna be Z forward, means everything's gonna be 90 degrees sideways. Like there's just so many issues with this. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into a rant about everything that is gonna be possibly breaking because of this. And I read through the replies from Tim. He does not have a solution yet. So, like on my project, it's not even gonna be like whatever. I don't have that many. It'll take me like a day or two. But like on big projects, on massive projects that are like multi-team projects that are just on 5.6 or updated to 5.6, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. Like, Epic wouldn't ever do something to harm their users? Sorry, let me open this real quick. Can you repeat that? You want to say that again? And while looking at this? just they would never do anything to harm their users. Ever. They would never do anything bad. Try Unity? No, never. No. With the shit Unity's pulled, it's gonna another 5 to 10 years before I have any respect for them. No, never. Not with a 10-foot pole. I'm not trying that. The shit Unity pulled like a few years back? You were deep in that Unity until that. Yeah, a lot of people were. I mean, I'm not a fan of. I wasn't a big fan of Unity in general, just because Unity is not artist friendly. It's more programmer friendly. Unlike Unreal, which is very much artist friendly. So like I was just always team Unreal, like from the start in that regard. But like that what the shit that happened with Unity made me like, okay, yeah, nope. Like if you want to use like another program, go Godot. That's what I would recommend if you want to go like 2D stuff or like smaller, you know, project-based stuff. Like I would use Godot or something like that. I mean, it depends on the kind of game you're making, but yeah, because I read the replies to that chain, and while a lot of people are happy, everyone was just asking, like, hey, what are we gonna do? We have a big studio. This has to be automated. And it does. It has to be automated. If it's not automated,
ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I'm genuinely concerned for larger projects. Like I'll survive. I'm whatever. Like, yeah, it'll take me a little bit. As long as it shows me where everything is that needs to be changed, like yeah, I'll get it done. But yeah. Hey Collider, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. This is way in your mind. Godot is French. Godot. No, it's Godot. It's not God. That'll be GU. I'm American. We pronounce things like Americans. Go. Dot. It's Godot. You know, when words come to another place, they become localized. It's localized to American English. Godot. It takes good communication, cooperation for change. Yeah, absolutely. It was named after the play Waiting for Godot. That's not how he spelled it though, right? Oh, it isn't spelled the same way. Oh, I guess they're ready for a French guy. Yeah, again, yeah, that's my concern, is that elbow grease, because again, I'm gonna be fine, right? Like, it'll take me a while, it's gonna be annoying as hell, but this is a small prototype of a game. What if you have 100 people team with lots of custom C++ and everything else, and you need to then find every single occurrence of every single node and update it? That's just project breaking. Like, genuinely, I think that's project breaking. Like, unless they automate the entire thing before pushing it, which I really hope they do, there's gonna be a lot of people with broken stuff. You stick. No. The problem is it's a incremental update. It'll be 5.6.1, 5.6.2. It'll be one of those small updates. It's not gonna be like it's not 5.7. In their post, it's at 5.6. So, unless they change their mind. Flashback to Y2K. It was a good year for contract work. Wait, how so? You don't see them releasing the fix. I mean, that's what Tim said. Yeah, that's what they said. We'll see. You know, time will tell. Fixing the date code from YY to. Oh, wait. What game was it? Oh, hold on. You just reminded me of a really stupid, that's crazy. Yeah, that's why I'm the way I am, Digio. Yeah, hold on. Is it? One thing at a time. Okay, so this is from 2019. From Fallout 76. Fallout 76 bug disabled nukes on New Year's Day. Because when it turned to 2020, or turned to 2019, rather, it broke Fallout 76. It was that buggy and shittily coded. Then when the year turned over, it broke the game. I don't know if any of you guys were keeping up with what was going on with Fallout 76. But Blue Sticker, since you said fixing the code from YY to like the 4 digits, it reminded me of this. 19th of January 2038 for Unix. Wait, what's specific about that date? Yeah, it was a bug in the multiplayer survival game caused nuclear codes to be unusable. Why is there a Unix overflow on such a small number, basically? I don't know enough about Unix, but like, I know 32-bit is higher than, well, 1 if you count the month. 3, like that's too small of a number. Assign 32-bit integer to represent Unix time. But why? Wait, what part? Why what? Why using the day and like I have no idea. I have no idea. Where is let me just quickly find the thing. The other thing that I want to grab. Second. Yeah. Here. DJO. Coming to 5.6 and coming to 5.6 right there. It's not 5.7. It's not a major update. That's what the craziest thing for me was. It's coming in 5.6 and they don't have a way for it automatically doing everything. That's so scary to me. On like a global level, that's insane. So yeah. Five six to 5 Y06 or 526. It's not a dot. So what do you mean 526? 6 is not even in a roadmap. So either it's gonna come in Unreal 6, in which case whatever, or what? This doesn't make sense then. We're talking about incremental updates, which I assume is like 561, 562, 563. Then this doesn't make sense to me. Did about 6 in a podcast with like free? Yeah, they were talking about eventually when they combine UEFN with Unreal Engine, that will be Unreal 6. But he said it was not going to be anytime soon, basically. So, but this doesn't say it's when they're going to be combined. I don't know. I read this as UE56. If that's wrong, fantastic. I will happily be wrong on that one. But 5-6 doesn't make sense to me either. Because then say UE6, right? Or say the version of UE5. Or is this like a magical time frame? Sometime. Who knows when? We don't know. It'll happen maybe one day. Right. So I agree that it is a dash, not a dot, you know, but well, hopefully it'll be a major version and not one that breaks things. I'll keep my fingers crossed because I read that as 5.6, like 5.6. I hopefully I am wrong and you are right and things will be better. But that's what gave me anxiety. It was the 5.6 part. Because right now we're on 5.6. It's a 5-6, 5.6. I don't know. Maybe internally they write things with dashes instead of dots, right? Like if it was 526, I would have rather him write it out 526, or but then like just write at some point before Unreal 6, or like, you know, like use big boy words, be more specific. Well, that's what I would prefer. Yeah, it could be very much 5.6. Yeah, I could not find the 5.7 thing you talked about anywhere. All I could find was him saying two things. One, which is they don't have there are norms for Navian versions. There are sometimes norms for naming versions internal and external that are different also. So that's why I don't always just think of that as. So there's two things that I got from reading through that that thread. One is the axis change. We discussed of it. Two, which is an interesting change that they're going to be making, from my understanding, is instead of, you know how right here you see just the value, this is in centimeters. Apparently, a lot of people want meters for whatever reason. I've never had a 3D program be in meters, so, but sure. People want it. And apparently in the future, they're going to make it so you could do like, you could just set a distance modifier. So you can have your project be in whatever distance you want, which is, you know, a nice change. If you give people the option for that, I'm all for it. So if people want to use meters, they can use meters. If they want to use centimeters, they can use centimeters. That's what I understood as something in the future. No, God. Also, now you're upset. Okay, you say Y up, I'll say meters. But from my understanding is you'll be able to choose. And I don't know if their plan is to choose project-wide, or what I'm hoping is if you could choose asset-wide. Because from what I read, I think that's what he meant. As in, you'd be able to write 100 like CM or 1M, and it would do the rest for all the other stuff automatically. Like, it would understand that if you write one in kilometers and one in centimeters and then one in whatever, which is cool. You know what? If it gives more people control, cool. I'm all for it. Like in Blender, can you do that in Blender? Blender's measurement system still confuses me, but I'm not an expert in Blender as of yet. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm all for giving people options. No matter, like, I don't care what the options are. If you give a user options of how to do things, I'm all for it 100% of the time. Give us the option for Z-Up. Just give us that option. I've been using Unreal for decades. Just give me the option. It's fine. Have the other one be default, but let me have my option. I'm leaving it as is. Aside from the fact that it might break everything for everyone. Cinema 4D handles distance conversions pretty nicely. You use it all the time, depending on the project. I mean, a lot of programs handle distance conversions pretty well. Not all. Like, if you bring in meters into Unreal, it will bring in as centimeters. It'll just look at the number. If you bring into Maya, that does have different measurement types. I believe Maya will read the right measurement and then accordingly adjust. If I recall correctly. It's been a while since I did the test on that. But, so there are programs that do that automatically, which is nice. You just described a scale with more steps. Well, no. The point of the writing the, you know, doing meters, centimeters, etc. is if you brought an asset in and you know the size is 8 meters, you just write 8M and be done, versus having to be like, oh yeah, this is 800 centimeters, just for convenience. It's just a convenience thing. Maya, most studios do 1 unit and goes, I never understood that one. I know a lot of VFX ones do the weird 10 centimeters things, which is like, I don't get. But, you know, I'm not a VFX guy. No, thank you. But yeah, we'll see when I guess the update will happen. As long as it doesn't happen an incremental thing and happens sometime in the future where Ant automatically fixes everything, I'll be fine. And hopefully other people will be too. Because like I said, when they change the axes, what are all the, you know, what is the entire marketplace going to work? Is the entire marketplace needs to also adjust accordingly. Begin doom prepping easy. Yeah, let me just switch out all my projects right now to be wife up and just work with the game where all my characters, when they jump, they just move sideways. And when we want them to go sideways, they'll jump up. I'll just code it in right now to be that way. You know, just really prepare for it. That would be funny, kind of. I need to make a cooldown on this because otherwise he will run away continuously. Can I? How do I make a cooldown on the Here, I'll move myself here. I have a check here, which checks for distance, but I also need to check for a cooldown. Attaboy, thank you. By the way, Collider, you're not missing anything not using Maya. Holy shit, it's so bad. I don't know what happened to Maya. Genuinely. Maya has become such garbage. Just... There was an asset that I tried exporting that took hours to export. No history, base regular model, single material with some vertex paint. Hours to export it. I had it brought into Blender where I needed to like remove an extra UV set that I accidentally forgot to remove. Exported instantly. Not even a second. Just click done. What happened to Maya? Why is Maya such garbage these days? I wish it wasn't. If I make a 10-second find cover group and then add a transition on fail. Oops. If I have to go to root, this might cause a loop. Let's save before I break things. Hey, Patrol, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You pick up your yacht on Monday? Nice. How does that work? Like, do you then need to ride your yacht from wherever it is to where it's going? Or, because it's obviously on water, or do you have to have like a whole trailer to move it potentially cross country or whatever, you know, yada, yada, yada. Yes, you just, okay. Sarah with 1.0 beta. Yeah, so you should know, DJO, what happened to Maya? My first one was 6.5. Yeah, 30. So yeah. You were using electric image, I think, in the early days. I've never even heard of that one. You bought a yacht that was already floating? Oh, you could buy one that isn't. A lot of the yachts you see don't actually float, and you have to add that in after purchase. Okay, then. Was the only Mac 3D program. Now that's something I didn't think I was gonna hear. Wait, does it work? Oh, wow, that actually works. Just straight up, huh? Oh, okay, I see a problem. I see a problem. I need to be able to check for a cooldown. Or check if something is on cooldown. It was great for its time. John Knoll used it on Star Wars. Nice. How do you have yacht money in this economy? Some people had money before they got into this economy. Zebra. That's how that works. Basically. So I need to be able to check if something has a it is on cooldown. Of course, Ibra. Your last Mac was a Macintosh SE, and it had 1 megabyte of RAM and 800 kilobytes 3.5-inch floppy drive. I grew up where there were I saw floppies and I saw like actual floppy disks, not the hard floppy disks, like the actual ones. But in terms of like my family owning them, no, we never had it. Steal the yacht, no money needed. It's not gonna work as well as you think. Your first computer is a Tandy 1000X. Tandy 1000X. I don't see anything about the X there, but I saw a 1000. It's a nice high quality image. But hey, 2 floppy drives? You were balling. You were balling. You got a double floppy drive? Oh man. No, not that one. Tandy 1000. I couldn't find anything on Tandy 1000X. That was me. Oh, there's a 1000EX. This picture is nowhere near as cool. Nah, the other one was better, yeah. I know it has EX, which you think is extreme, but yeah, the other one was cooler. Yeah, I guess you weren't balling as much as I thought. Disney Hottie made a living driving their homemade sailboat back and forth between Hottie and Bahama, trading fruit and vegetables. I mean, that's impressive. Probably dangerous as hell. To be fair, I don't know the distance or time it would take to get between the two, but that sounds dangerous as hell. You were addicted to Dungeons of Daggeroth on Tandy? Oh, really? Sounds like an awesome game. Dungeons of... Hold on, I gotta... Dungeons of Daggeroth. Oh, yeah. Now that's the kind of game I would play as a kid. Hell yes. Hell yes. This already looks like the kind of game I would play. Tanny had way more colors than anything else at the time. It was 20 years ahead of anything else at the time. I mean, this looks awesome. It reminds me of when I was in high school, I had the TI-89 calculator. TI-89 graphing calculator. Expensive as hell. But this one here, I had this calculator. I bought it myself. But the main thing about it, is you can genuinely play games on this calculator. This is on the calculator. I'll stuff like up here. There were games genuinely on the calculator you can play, and I played them. And I'm not kidding. TI-89 Titanium Texas Instruments Super Mario 68K. No joke. There was like a Final Fantasy game. I remember. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy. There's a Pokemon. Like, no, it was like Super Mario, like Zelda, like yeah.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
The calculator was insane. Let's play games on it. How are you not a calculus dork if you had that in high school? In high school, in junior year, I basically taught my trigonometry class because it was graded purely on tests. No homework was graded. I got A's in the tests, and during the classes, I would just go around and help and teach, explain things, and they're like, "Oh, you do better job explaining than the teacher." I'm like, thanks. So I did that during my trigonometry, and then I could have taken calculus in AP calculus in my senior year, and I was like, nah. I have no use for it. I'm good. So I took a free class instead. And also in that same trig class, I memorized pi to 100 digits. I don't know it to 100 digits anymore. But yeah. Why did I memorize 200 digits? Because it was on the wall around the class, and again, I was bored during class. Yeah, it was same me. This is me patrol. Biggest thing in calculator tech was, yeah, 531-8008. Absolutely. But yeah, the calculator is insane. Oh, by the way, at one point I lost the calculator and I had to buy a replacement one, and I bought the same one because like I can't give up the games. So I was gaming in class. Also, that calculator was insane for its time, not only for the games part, but you could put in full math equations and it would just give you the answer. Like, it wouldn't be like, oh, let me, it would do like all of PEMDAS for you. And you could do some advanced mathematical equations too. It would just give you the answer. It was great. Wolfram before at a time. You had to take phys ed 3 times because you wouldn't bring shorts to school? I mean, why do you need to wear shorts for phys ed is my question. I'll side with you on this one. You shouldn't be required to wear shorts. Like, you should, sweatpants, whatever else you're comfortable. As long as you do what is required of you, I don't think what you wear should matter. But I don't make the rules. If the item was found, need this one. Return this. The item is not found. We return false. And that's all we need. If you wore the wrong clothes, they had it against your grade wise. It was so dumb. Yeah, I remember in middle school, we had like a gym clothes we had to wear, but they provided those, and then you changed into your gym clothes, and then out of your gym clothes. In high school, we had no gym. I went to an art high school. I had a major in my high school because it was an arts high school. I majored in fine art in high school. I took AP fine art, and yeah, passed with. Actually, it was my only AP class that I passed and got a 5 on it. It didn't help me. I mean, it helped me a little bit in terms of like, once I got into more 3D stuff. But in high school, I was already starting 3D stuff. 100% of your grade was based on the shorts. Yeah, that's stupid. That's stupid. I need to. This chase player group. If this is in combat range, I need an or and. Well, no. This goes to root. Long time ago in the 1980s. I was born in the 1980s. Technically, I was born in the 1980s. Not by much. But yes. You couldn't really call me an 80s kid. I mean, I was a 90s kid, but I was born in the 80s. Right? I didn't grow up in the 80s. I was born in the 80s. In 89 specifically. In October of 89. So technically, I was born in the 80s. But in terms of actually, yeah, growing up, I was definitely a 90s kid. But I was not in America till 1998, so you were 10? There you go. See? Easy math calculations. I was born before the internet. You're talking about the internet came after me. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Internet's not that old. Went to SIGGRAPH for the first time in 1998. So he's in combat, so he's not... Why is he not moving? Oh, it's because it's trying to go here and it's failing. And so I want to... You know what? Let's just have this go to move. In 89, you tried joining the Marines, and the recruiter was like, "You are a dork. America needs you to go to school." Why you know? Why you know do what I want him to do? Let's look at the debugger. Let's see what he's doing. Nerd oppression was a real thing back then? I mean, yeah, it was. Definitely not as bad these days. I would say nerds rule the world, but the people that rule the world aren't necessarily that as smart as some nerds, so you know, that's wouldn't be fair. What's the problem here? Moving on ground is trying to get to strafe location. Why did it go here? Why did it go here? What? Where'd it go? Why did you do that? Oh, so on failed, it goes to that. So why would it fail? Oh, if moving on ground. I think for you, we don't care about this. You were born in 1988? Why are you crying? What's wrong with that? Yeah, Blissinger, have a good one. Thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, you're fine, Patrol. You're not derailing anything, don't worry. Why you not doing anything? Why you no move? Why you no move? His could not trigger completion transition. Here. Why is this? Why is this failing? You're excited like a child right before Christmas. Hey, enjoy the yacht. Just get it home safely. You know? Yeah, enjoy the yacht for us as well. Is the problem in here? Do I have some kind of check here? I don't think I do. I have strafe weight. Get strafe location, no? We're gonna do the procedural mines cruise next winter. Where I am, there's some no snow in the winter. I don't think that's a good idea. Thanks for the offer, though. I'll probably be heading to see family in the winter. Sail over to Cuba and do tequila shots in Havana. Enjoy. Sounds like a trip. Sounds like a hoot. Why is it failing? You shouldn't be failing the combat thing. Try enter route. Try enter combat. It goes to get strafe location. But why does it fail after that? What's the problem here? It is... OnTig go to state route. Yeah, it doesn't go to route, which is fine. It has the tag, but not the cooldown. On save fail, go to state, wait for dashing for combat. Wait. Trigger transitions combat. How is this state failing? How could this state fail? They should have none of this. That shouldn't be a thing. I'm trying to understand this guy. So we're here. I want him to move. He's not moving. Why he no move? Combat. Why is combat movement not working? Could not trigger completion transition. I think it's because this is triggering over and over. This find cover group, I think, is the problem. So what I can do is this combat movement. I can copy it. And then paste it as children. Kill you. Here we don't do the check here, the cooldown check. Copy you. And then we're gonna check on this for the cooldown. Paste. And this is going to try to select children in order. Okay. And then this and to go to root, yep. And this hopefully is going to be fine. We'll see. Let's see if he behaves now. Okay. Fly away. He no behave. He no behave. Why he no behave? What's going on? On tick go to root conditions. If the distance to player is greater than the... Yeah, greater. And it's not. It should fail this. It fails the cooldown. And it tries to enter the movement and then gets the strafe location. Oh, is it failing on the strafe location front? It might be failing on the strafe location front. Because I think the max distance is not high enough. That's the problem. Is when he's closer here, the max distance, I think, is what's killing it. I think that's the problem. So if we come here, you move somewhere I can see you. Yeah, he's gonna move around, but he's not gonna go into full hiding. Okay. That seems like it worked relatively well. So now we can change the find cover cooldown to be not 100. We'll say, I don't know, 15 seconds. And then if he can't do that, he'll do combat movement, which will do the strafe specifically, get him back into range. I need to just be able to disable. This is not a better option. I just need to be able to disable the whole find cover group. I think that's the better option. The better option. How do we disable the find cover group? What's the better option? Gameplay tag? But then how do we regain the gameplay tag? And we need to check if it's on cooldown. That's all we need to do. The cooldown that I made. So copy you back to find cover group. Cooldown. Paste. Remove it from here. So all we can do is on this, go to find cover group, the conditions. I want to add another condition on cooldown check, which is with the one we just made, and we just need to have the same name check here. And we want to make sure that it is not on cooldown. Oh, and I didn't set up a not. Inverse. Or yes, not. This is gonna be our option. If it is not, then it's gonna be a weird one. If it is not, then we just do not Boolean. I guess. And then if it's not, oh, here would you return, yeah, still true here. Because then we just want the inverse of whatever it is. So now we can say not find cover, right? Because if it is on cooldown, we don't want to do this. Excuse me? Why are you moving? Why aren't you walking? Why is it failing the movement thing here? Why is this failing? Oh, this is failing again because of the max distance. I want to put a variable in here based off of whether or not it... Because I need this to be... When it's on cooldown, I want it to be 1,000, or when the distance is smaller, then I want it to be 1,000. Okay, we're going to customize this a little more. So I need a... I can't duplicate this. Add a new property. EQS max distance. Close up. Float. We'll make it, I don't know, 5,000 for default as well. And then basically what we need to do is do a check. We need to check the distance. And then okay. So this gets strafe location. I'm gonna need to plug something else into this max distance. So for that I need to do some math. I could just make a new task to give us the math. I could just give us a new task to give us the math. That'll be the easiest way. Yeah, let's make a new one. This is going to be get or check distance, or no. Get distance based on two player distance. I don't know. That's a really long name. It's too long of a name. Based on player. At least somewhat shorter. Okay, so what we need to do is clear all of this. So we need to get the distance to player. Spell it right. This is going to be an input. Then we also need the far distance or far away distance, and the close by distance. And all of these will be inputs. So if the distance to player is less than a certain value, do we want to automate the value? What do we have access to? Movement range. If it is less than this value, movement range. Then we need to have an out. This is going to be our out distance. Output. We set this. Using select. Okay, when it is smaller, we want the close by distance. Other ones, we want the far away distance. Does that seem right? When this is a player is smaller, that means we're close by. Yeah, that should be right.
Here. Pausing for ads.
That should be fine. And we'll plug it in and try it here. We'll set up a new task. We'll plug all the stuff in. We'll give us a value, and that is going to be the value we use in the max distance. Or I guess we use, yeah. Because I'm not using this anymore, right? I know I'm using the random float here. Oh, that's random float. Am I using this? Get math float? I don't think I am anymore. I think I am. Right? For the... I trust my... I'll leave it. Hey, you're welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You made it in time. How's it going over here? It's going well. How you doing? You say that like it's hard to catch me. I'm always here at the same time. You know. You don't have to be here early or anything. You can be here for the last 5 minutes. It's the only will still catch me. They're good. Okay. So we add our long get distance based on player. That happens here. Hey, Nash fan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Long time no talk. Yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope all is good. This is movement range. Close by distance. Far away distance. And then distance to player is distance to play. Distance to player. Okay, so then it gives us out distance, and this out distance is what we said here. Out distance. Okay. And then on this movement, we say 500, and then this one can say, I don't know, 12,000. What's going on with all chat messages? What do you mean? That's what you said, right? You just typed in what's wrong, W on nya. Well, nya, chat messages, nya. That's clearly what you said. I have it in writing. It's written right there. It can't, I mean. It's hard to catch me because for you it's 6:30 a.m. Ah, that's right. You didn't even see that. This is clearly what everyone's speaking and saying in chat. I don't understand the problem here. I mean, it's not my fault I have a bunch of cat girls in chat. Yay, now he's moving away. I wonder if on fail, what should we do on fail? On fail, I should just go to wait. So this is a good option to have, but now I want to change it now that I made this option. Are state trees the new behavior trees? Yes. Are they better? You haven't tried them yet. They're better in many cases, and some things are a little not fully implemented. Like there's no built-in cooldown thing. You have to make your own. But overall, I prefer behavior trees by a lot. Sorry, I prefer state trees, the ones I'm using, by a lot. And the cat girls are 90% of the Unreal Engine dev community. I need to do an on-state failed. I just need to do add a on-state failed. I want to go to a wait, probably. Oh, but then I'll just keep it in place. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there he goes hiding. And now I'm here. Yeah. Yeah, then we don't want this. Yeah, we don't want that fail. We want him to move away. So cool. So now he runs away when we get too close. And then eventually he'll click again. But he's now moving not nearly as far. You can keep up with him. Because when he does the runaway here, he goes into hiding actually. Yeah, so now he goes into hiding, right? It's kind of a pain for him to catch. But now he's gonna move, but he's not gonna move nearly as much. So kill him relatively easy. Although, gotta be careful of the shotgun, but we need to change that shotgun to be melee when in melee range. Yeah, we don't want you getting shotgunned at point blank range. That does not seem fair, I think. So what we can do here is range attack. Let's actually add a attack group. That goes in here. Um, 0.7 for the attack group. Why did we lower your attack group before? That's why you're attacking so much. Let's do like 0.65 for now. Okay, so then we need this range attack and we need melee attack. Attack will be here A. Why is it defaulting to B? I don't know. Min weight, max weight. No, we want like 0.3 to 0.5. Yeah, that's fine. The animation will be different. And basically, the range needs to have a condition check for a float. As long as the distance to player is less than 300. Probably a little 500. Let's see how this works. It's a little too close to be doing that. Oh, whoops. No. This is greater. This is the check for greater than 500. I'm doing the check on the range, not on the melee. Ooh. Yep. It's fine. It's fine. Greater, less than. Who knows about these numbers? I can't see you. Get over here. Get over here. Oh yeah! You're gonna bite me. I need to increase the range a little bit, but the range of his attack, I mean. Yes, okay. Let's adjust his attack range. We do that here. So let's go to his attack 2. Yep, this is the one. Okay, so here we can just change this max range. Let's do like 150. 200. Range 150. Maybe a little bit, potentially a little bit less. We'll see. Okay, the distance there is a little too high. So let's make this 100. And also let's turn on the trace so we can actually see. I want to be able to see trace. Not that trace. Oh yeah, that trace. Right? Yeah, I think it's this one. Come away, so you can't run away. Ah, no, didn't go far enough. Can you please like move to a place where I can see you? Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay, that's fine distance. Okay, I need to then decrease the range in which it does that, though. So instead of 500, we'll do 400. So that should help. The only thing is then I want to do a higher chance of melee attacking when the distance is lower instead of moving. I think he's just moving too much just in general, so maybe I'll just increase the weight back up. Can't leave unnoticed that shotgun projectiles animation looks amazing. Thank you. Okay, there he goes, runs away. Okay, now he bites me. You know what? When he does the run away, I need to change it so he looks away. Yeah, that's better. I think that's better. I think it's just I need a bigger cooldown. You know, that's the thing. I need a cooldown for these. Does this not have a cooldown? I don't think that has a cooldown. Melee attack. It should have a cooldown. Rage attack should also have a cooldown. Let's just give a cooldown to the attack group. Well, I guess it doesn't have a cooldown because of this, but it should still have a cooldown. So you know what? I'll give it a cooldown here. Cooldown melee. Cooldown time. I don't know, like 5 seconds. And we'll do a transition on fail. Go to the combat movement. And then same thing with the range attack. It should have a cooldown. Ranged attack. Well, again, also 5-second cooldown. On failed, go to combat movement, and that means I'm gonna increase the chances of attacking to 1 and actually decrease the chance of movement, because then they will attack more often and trigger that cooldown more often. So let's see how this works. We got an elite. Ooh, Jesus. Why he do that one? Why you do a melee there? Can you come here, please? Just keep following me. Keep following me. Okay. That seems fine. So he's no longer like shooting me back to back to back. That feels a lot better, honestly. Obviously, his hit range is a lot bigger when he's an elite, because it scales. But that's okay. Also, that's not the projectile he's going to be going with in the end. I'm just using my projectile attack as the base. What I want to do is have him shoot like stingers effectively, but still do that same fan kind of a thing. It'll just be, yeah, not as epic looking, probably, because I'll basically have him shoot some cones that I shape. Because it'll fit better in terms of like the aesthetic and stuff. That's quite a Bluetooth bite over 5 meters. Well, again, it's on the regular sized ones. He's running away. Get back here. I'm here. I'm over here. Like that's the bite range. Not nearly as bad. It's about 400 away. And you have the animation tail. I probably will need to have a bigger slight delay on you, like 0.5 to 0.8. But this one doesn't hurt nearly as much as the others. Why is he actually, wait, he's not doing the pause at all right now. Why isn't he pausing? put that back to where it was. Why is he pausing? Oh, because the ranged attack doesn't have a pause built. Wait. I'm changing the wrong thing. Melee. Oh, why am I using combat ranged? Well, that's the problem. Combat melee. Attack A. Random. Yeah, here we go. I was using the wrong thing. 0.3 to 0.5. Check that the player's in sight. 0.2 seconds wait after it. That's fine. Default attack. There's a problem. So we come here. Okay, now we have the pause. We need to have a slightly smaller pause, but yeah. Let's do like 0.2 to 0.3 or something like that. Should you use the shotgun for the melee attack? Well, no, I specifically removed the shotgun from the melee because it just you just die so quick. I need you to move from there, please. Stay in view, please. I think a little bit less of a pause there, but that was better. Let's do like 0.1 to 0.2. Please move somewhere else. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, there's a little bit of longer of a pause there, but that's good enough. Gotta love that you just... Yeah, there's the shotgun. Look how much damage it did. Okay, cool. That's better. That's a lot better. Sweet. So I think for now, the AI on it is fine. I think we need to add it to the data table for mobs. Because I think that's still where... Oh, no. Am I not using mobs? Hold on. Wait. Where am I getting the mobs to spawn from? Oh, from the spawn info. That's where. Because I separated it out. Okay, so we need to add him to the spawn info here. So he is Gloom Sting. Mob BP Gloom Sting. How many of those guys do we want to spawn together? 3 to 5? That might be too many. Let's try 3 to 5 and we'll see how it is. I might want to reduce their health on them, actually. They want to reduce the amount of health they have by default. So instead of 100 health, they'll be a little bit weaker because they have the shotgun for range. So their melee is going to be garbage. So they'll die quickly at melee, but range is going to be a little more deadly. Let's give them like, I don't know, 70. So we come here, one big hit and 2 small hits. I always feel like having them even be even weaker. 55. Also, let's turn off the debug for this. Good on that. Damn it. I missed. 1, 2, 3. Can't see you. Get over here. 4. One big one and one small one. Okay, I like that better. I like that health better for him. Hindsight works perfectly. He hides behind the boxes very well. Yeah. I mean, he goes off of the... obviously, this would be see-through if this was in the game. But, like, once my character got back there. But in terms of where he hides, he goes basically relative to the character's vision. So he goes somewhere where the character could not see him. So, yeah, works pretty well, and that's pretty much entirely thanks to Eli's tutorial on the YouTubes. Oh, let's say Eli. Ollie. Not Eli. Ollie. Which is pretty much... probably this one. The EQS part, I think. Yeah. This is the tutorial. This is where... the whole EQS system that I set up is basically from him. Here, I'll link it in... I'll link it in chat for you guys in case you... want to follow it as well. It even breaks up the links. It puts things in the links in the chat. That's funny. Yeah, that's what I found for EQS. Yeah, his stuff is great. Ollie's great. Yeah, his behavior tree is what I followed to kind of get the hang of all the AI stuff when I started out. Now I'm using state trees, but he has like a full bow thing that I'm not using bows in my case, but it's like a full bow setup.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
While ads are going, I'll be right back. I'm back. Got myself a refill. Ooh/YouTube is a lovely website. a great website. Okay, so at this point, let's go ahead and set up the different projectile that I want him to shoot. How'd that feel, huh? Wait, what? How what feel? Also, if I read it like a normal sentence, and when people write that, no one will truly know on the other platform if you actually said it that way. You're just too early. You'll be right when you're done with the refill. Oh no, you were right. It's just I also got a refill. But the refill is more important. So. Okay, let's I'm gonna duplicate you. This is going to be particle straight. This is going to be a instead of dagger, this is going to be a I don't know, stinger. And on the static mesh, which is from I don't know why is it called static mesh 0. I'm going to change this to be instead of this dagger, it's gonna be a cone. Not this kind of cone. We don't want this kind of cone, although that's funny. And we don't want this kind of cone. How is this a cone? Why is this called SMVFX cone? I mean, I would call this a dome. I wouldn't call this a cone personally, but sure. Wind cone. Am I the only one person that would call this a dome instead of a cone? Like when I think cone, I think this, like pointy. When it's rounded like that, I think of it, it's a dome, no? Maybe it's just me. Hey, look how this arrow is red. You know why it's red? Because it's the forward axis on the X. Are they gonna change the color of this now to be default blue? Just saying. Don't you yup me? Should be a nope. It was all a prank. We're gonna keep things how they've been for 30 years. Okay, shoot me. Okay, something doesn't seem right. Oh, I think I also understand what. Why is it sideways? Let's start with that. It should not be sideways. Oh, it's like spinning. What? Oh, also, why is it spinning? The hell? The physics or something? No? That's why. I don't want this on this one. Thank you. There we go. That's better. I probably want to make it a little bigger. Let's make it a little bigger. Remember, guys, bigger is better. Always, 100% of the time. No matter what it is, bigger is better. Got a headache? Bigger is better. You got money? More money is better. It's a bigger amount. To be honest, the forward X is already broken. How is it broken? What do you mean it's broken? What happened? I haven't had any issues with the forward axis. By default, it's facing left in the viewport. Well, no, it's facing forward. It's just you come into it looking this way, but this is forward. It's just so you get a nice view of your character in a 3/4 view. X red front, Y green sideways, Z blue upwards, the same blender, so I think it's correct. Yeah, see, that would be correct if they weren't going to change it. Yeah, that's the issue. Oh no, I get to... Like, what would you want the camera? Behind him? You want to see the behind you want to see your character's ass? Is that it? I get it, you know, you're really into your character's ass. You just want to like just really get in there. That's really the camera should be. So you get forward, really feeling that forward. No, the other. Oh, you're in for the. Okay, you're gonna go for the front. Okay, you know what? I didn't take you for that kind, but you know, I guess it's fine. You know. Do you want forward to be behind you, and left to be right, and right to be left? Okay, now I understand why you want Y up. It all starts to make sense. Let's give us a like a basic material. You know, the basic orange material. We just went over how shit Maya is. Why would I want it to be like Maya? No. I want it to be like a good program like Unreal Engine. I might have made it too big. I need to fix that. Yeah, I need to fix that. The problem is it tries to select in order. It fails here, so it goes here. This has no check, so we need to give it a check. So let's give it a check. We'll do a float here. Paste, and this is, instead of greater, gonna be less or equal. I think I want them to be skinnier, at the very least. Nice, it looks like he's shooting orange row cones. Oh, there we go. That seems better. I didn't want to make a new material just for this. And he's kind of orange. Yeah, that's good. Okay, good. That's working. Orange Coast, the MTL curse? Wait, what? The MTL curse? Material texture library? I don't know. What's MTL? Montreal's curse? Wait, why is Montreal abbreviated to MTL? Why is there an, what does, I don't, all things you get abbreviated to. Why MTL? I'm not saying you're abbreviating to necessarily, because in general. Why is it 3 letters too? Is there usually cities like 2 letters? Yeah, states and provinces or whatever they're called. To this day, I couldn't tell you what the difference between a province and a state. I think it's just a matter of what do they want to name someone. To me, it's the same thing. Van is Vancouver. Oh, I guess I don't shorten even Vancouver. I don't shorten the names myself. So, but yeah, I've seen Van for. I've seen some people use Van for Vancouver, but yeah, I never use it personally. A lot of people, some people just say YVR for the airport in the area. But he's no longer attacking sideways. It's great. Sideways is not attacking sideways. He's not doing a random attack when he shouldn't at melee range. He still does melee when he should. It's YUL. I mean, I don't know why the airports don't make sense. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area in California. You know what the airport is? It's SFO. SFB for San Francisco. So it makes sense. Why? Where's the YV? Why is that not, you know, VA for Vancouver or something, and MT for like Montreal? I'm just asking. I'm asking the simple questions. Oh, we should change the distance these go. I mean, they go a pretty good distance actually already. About the orange cones? Are you just saying there's a lot of, well, orange cones usually means construction, unless you're in Japan, in which case they put orange cones everywhere. Are you guys like Japan and you put orange cones everywhere? Yeah, I think the distance is fine. I don't think I want to do more distance. Montreal's orange cones have become a symbol of the city, often associated with ongoing construction and traffic disruptions. Oof. I report by the Chamber of Commerce of Metropolitan Montreal found that approximately 22% of the downtown construction cones are considered useless or abandoned, down from 27% in fall of 2022. Well, if they know they're useless, they can just remove them, no? Like, logically, if you already know that that traffic cone is useless, then remove it instead of just counting it. Because otherwise, how do you know 22 or 27% are useless? How do you judge that? You have to know which ones are useless. So you have to be, if they're useless, then remove them. Logically. Wear them for Halloween. Oh my god. Become a traffic cone for Halloween. No, just traffic cone Halloween costume. You gotta. One M50. Oh, no. I don't know these weird numbers. Give it to us in freedom units. Thank you. How many feet? How many inches? How many miles? We need to know the real measurements. The freedom units. I only measure things in ego screeches and shotgun shells. Okay? The real units of measurement. 5 feet? That's actually human size. No one needs that. That's basically, a full outfit. Yeah, just wear that. I know people taller than that. That's unnecessary. By the way, do you know why the thermostat says F? It's because F for freedom. We measure things in freedom units. The best units. 0.00093 miles. Thank you, Colander. Don't forget the length of the flag, dude. You have a lot of snow in the winter? Yeah, we don't. Thankfully. Not that much. I do like snow. I just don't like the amount of snow you guys probably have. I just need like a little bit of snow. Like, get snow on the ground and I'm happy. I can't drive, but I haven't driven like a year as is. Over a year. So it doesn't really concern me that much, but yeah. When you were starting with PCG, you started with the mega scans of a traffic cone, so you place them everywhere, like 5 per square meter for the whole landscape. I mean, I don't know how many that is. I don't, this measurement, I have no idea. I imagine it's quite a lot. But the only measurement that I know that has the word meter in is a centimeter, which is Unreal's unit of measurement, which is the best unit of measurement because it's Unreal's unit of measurement. We don't deal with this meter nonsense. Anyways. Well, it's been fun. I'm well aware, DJO. I'm well aware. Thank you. Are you getting like 0.00621 miles of snow in winter? Perfect. See? Igor gets the measurements. See, that's a measurement I can understand. A very concise, simple number. Anyways, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys have fun. Video coming Sunday. Showed it off at the beginning of the stream. If you want, on YouTube, you can rewind to see a preview of it, or check out my Twitter / Blue Sky / image version of community post for a preview of it. But yeah, hope you guys have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back on Monday with this enemy's basically done. So we might go to a new boss. New boss come Monday, or power-ups next. We'll see. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.